got foreplay, washing the dishes and putting the kids to bed.
The laundry folded, you know. Welcome to Mama's Playground, where we discuss parenting and all things life. This is Monica.
And this is Darlene.
Hey, what about me?
Yeah. We're coming to you.
Caramba, o sea, me invitan y what's going on?
Okay, well, hold on. We gotta talk about words, and then we're gonna introduce you, okay? In today's episode, okay, guys, listen closely. We're gonna be talking about awakening the woman in you. Especially after motherhood, okay?
I know, but for today's episode, we had to invite one of the most positive, beautiful people that I know. She's a TV radio host. She has Tardes Calientes en Amor 107.5 FM. She has her own wine, Roxy Wine.
Triple X.
Oh.
Triple X. Roxy with Triple X Wine. And you know what? She is a mother of two.
Yeah.
She's happily married. And let me tell you, if anybody knows what keeping it sexy, feminine, classy is
Oh my God.
Roxana Garcia.
Oh my God. That's why I had to wait.
I can vouch
Now
though,
I
she's
can
very
wait.
sexy. You guys are not
Oh,
seeing this
stop
underneath the
it.
table, but you know.
Actually,
Yeah, naked underneath.
this is an
naked.
episode. If you're listening to us, when you get home, go on YouTube. This is an episode you actually want to see us because
Oh my
there's some
gosh.
sexiness.
No,
going
our
on.
faces are gonna be like crazy. Anyway, thank you,
yes,
thank you, guys.
yes.
This is awesome. You know why? Because we're mothers, we're wives, we're friends, but first we're women, and I think we have to celebrate that. And they always say that to have a happy life, you have to be a happy wife.
Yeah.
Right. So
Or you have
Happy
to have a
wife,
happy
happy
husband.
yeah, that too. Or a husband to make you happy.
Yes, yes.
Something like that.
Happy wife, happy husband, happy life, happy.
But it seems so hard.
Yes.
It is, but you know what? You can teach us something because your daughters are older than our kids.
Yes, they
and you
are.
keep it sexy.
They are.
I can vouch. I'm seeing her. So.
I think you have to feel sexy, and sometimes life doesn't bring you that. It's very hard because you stress, your kids are, growing, you don't get along. There's certain ages, that are very hard for a woman to feel sexy. The hormones play such a big role. I hate them all. But your mind and your values and your positivism always have to be there.
Yeah.
There's so many things.
Your energy goes to your kids in so many ways, like just keeping their schedule. Like, for example, you go buy clothes for the kids. You forget to buy clothes for you, and just
That's true.
We forget to take care of ourselves, and that's very important because.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Because your kids are older.
Yes, one is 12 and the other is 15, just turned 15.
Right. And Darlene and I are still working with toddlers.
Just
here.
so
Yes.
remind, in case somebody doesn't know us, I have she'll be 4 soon. So oh my God!
And I have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old, so we're
Oh my
constantly,
gosh.
running around them. Yeah, we're starting.
We're starting.
Where you're probably getting in I wouldn't say easier, but you're getting in a phase where maybe you start. Did you always take care of yourself?
Yes.
Always.
Yes, even pregnant.
Always
Yes.
kept yourself sexy. Your husband get home.
I don't.
I need
one
to-
thing doesn't have to do with
I
the
need
other.
to interrupt you for a
Yeah.
second.
Yeah.
Talking about pregnancy, for her baby shower for Gia, who's 15 now, I remember Roxy was wearing the short dress and the heels.
Yes. I mean, let's
For
not
the baby shower.
confuse one thing to the other with the other. No, one thing is to be sexy, and the other is to feel sensual, and another thing is to portray that with your husband, because it's not the same. We're all tired. We all, had a bad day. We all go through a lot of things. But first, you have to be based on the relationship you have with your husband. How strong is it? How much he helps, because this is a big freaking point in a relationship with a family.
Yeah.
How much he helps you. Because to me, sexy is not for him to wait in bed like in his favorite, clothing or whatever, or naked. For me, sexy is that he's like, oh, baby, I washed the dishes for you. I'm like, oh, come here.
Yes. Yes.
things
Oh,
change.
You're
you were
absolutely
talking
right.
about yourself, and I said lingerie. So you
You're absolutely
imagine
right.
Gustavo with lingerie.
My husband.
So
You know
yeah,
what
that's
I'm saying?
sexy.
Things
For us,
change.
sexy is completely different. Where a man
Yes.
is different. Like for me, exactly. You tell me you're gonna help me do I don't know. You're gonna wash the dishes.
Yeah.
You're gonna put the kids to bed. That to me is like, wow, that's
Yes.
sexy. Yes,
Because
it awakens something.
you see that he's trying to help you not to get that tired, even
Yeah.
maybe to get that a night, whatever works.
Yeah.
But it's so much. I mean, I don't know. I think the basic thing is the relationship, how your communication with your husband is, because it's very tough, no matter the age. And I think in my case, my kids, I don't know where they come from because they're so good. I don't know, God,
Both of
like
them?
both of
Yes.
them.
Oh, so you got very lucky.
I don't know if that's the word, but totally, like, I'm like, I don't know, what did I do to, deserve
Deserve
this?
this. Yeah.
I
Because you're
swear.
a great person, Roxy.
I
and
could be.
You have a
but
beautiful heart, and your kids have a beautiful heart.
yeah, it could be, but there's something there because there's so many women that they're listening to us and they have such a problem with their teenagers. They have such a problem with their kids and they blame themselves because sometimes they're very naughty. Yeah, they don't behave well. You're like, it's frustrating. They got tantrums like every other kid, but it's how you react to it.
No, and
Yeah.
it's also like it becomes very time consuming. So forget about oneself. It's just all focused now on their kids because there's issues, there's problems.
The question is, how do you guys make it, happen with toddlers trying to be sexy as well?
That's why we brought you here. Because we need to learn. Because I'll be honest, when I told this to Darlene, when I had my first child 5 years ago, my mom would literally come to my house and say, Nena, bañate.
Mi vida.
Take a shower, mi vida, por favor, peínate. How are you going to let Benjamin see you like that when you get home? You haven't taken a shower. It's 6 o'clock in the afternoon. He's coming home.
Error.
And I was very time consumed. And I was like, how am I going to get all this done? I don't give three shits what anybody says. Like, I'm just going to be, who cares? He has to love me the way that I look. But I mean, I didn't take a shower.
Imagine if it was the opposite.
other way.
Right, the other way. And you saw him and he was not smelly because we never smell.
Of course not. Never.
But like
I'm
not
kidding.
taking care of himself
yeah.
or dejándose caer.
Yeah.
And we tend to do that. Sometimes I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, oh shoot, Fabian is on his way home. Let me at least,
You're looking good though.
Let me at least change into out of my PJs.
Right,
Yeah, and there's something about like when you take a shower, even if you work from home, the importance of taking a shower and dressing up. Like not sitting in front. And it's funny that I'm saying this because I really don't do it that much.
I know.
But before you sit down in front of the computer, put some clothes on. Like if you're going to the office with the suit but just take a shower and get a little bit,
Feel pretty.
good.
Now, there's two situations. There's women that work at home, So we go back again to the relationship that you have, because if the guy doesn't give a crap and he comes and he expects the dinner to be ready and the kids to be washed and everything to be, the laundry to smell good, then no, out, that's not the point. The point is how much you both put into the relationship that wants you to wait for him pretty. Wants you.
Correct.
That he'll appreciate you
Yes,
too when he comes home.
yes.
That it's not like we were talking in another episode. Coming home, taking a shower, and just sitting in the couch watching sports, and then he didn't see how you.
And we have
fix
to,
yourself.
psychologically, we're so like far from each other. Like the woman there's different ways. Sometimes we have the problem of thinking that the man wants the same thing as we want, romance.
They just want to go straight to the.
Well, and there's different love, the different way to show love. For you, in one case, it could be that they tell you things. They make you feel good, and
Make you
sometimes
feel pretty.
But yes, and then sometimes when they don't do it, you resent them. Because it's the truth. You're like, like if they guess what we want, you're like, he didn't say anything. You see, I got this haircut and he didn't even look at me. He didn't even notice. But then again, you expect him to guess and to be what you want him to be. And that's a total mistake. You got to be honest. You got to talk in a good way, not like, you didn't. You didn't.
Oh, my
Because
God.
that's, they don't guess. They don't think like you at all. They don't think like you at all. And then again, they don't think so much like us at all that when he comes home and he's like, wants to feel loved by maybe your food, which I hate to cook. But
Ay,
then
me too.
I know, I hate to
I
cook.
hate it.
But then I see that that's what he likes, and then he's doing things for me as well, so I cook. Not that good, but I try.
Your daughter cooks.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Now, that's the
Y,
good
y lo
thing
hace
about
pasar like, oh, I
no.
made this for you, honey, and it was your daughter.
Yeah.
Shout out
film
to
it.
Gio. She
Gio and
cooks.
Addie.
And Addie does
bakes
too.
and Gio
Yeah.
cooks. But you know what? I think the secret of the kids doing, because they have chores and they do them all. And they do them when you tell them. More Gio than Addie. Sorry, Addie. But in a way that you have to tell them a few times. But now it's a routine in the house. Who does this? Who gives the dog, their food in the morning or in the afternoon? One does it in the morning, the other in the afternoon.
So that's a good idea when you have older
Yeah.
kids that you
Yeah.
can have them help you with chores.
Slaves.
Oh my God.
Slaving
I'm
the
going to make my
kids.
2-year-old a slave.
I know. It's like, get
we train
mommy the drink.
I do that though. I do. I'm like, Noah, go get me the broom. Huh? And he goes and he gets me the broom.
So
I
cute.
do it.
That is cute. But I don't think that is a bad thing.
You can
because
start with laundry. It's easy for them to
separate
put the
the
stuff,
colors.
Yes,
Yes.
but it helps
game.
you because it gives you more time than to do what you got to do and
other
keep
things.
yourself,
Yeah,
pretty,
and
sexy.
it changes when you're working too. When the woman works and you expect everybody to cooperate at the house. You do this, I do that. That's why I'm saying communication, I think, is the most important thing. And to say what you feel, not making the other person feel bad, but you have to say it. And one thing that I heard the other day was like, what is her name? What is the Brad Pitt's friend with salt and pepper hair? The good-looking
I said
actor.
George Clooney.
George
George
Clooney.
Clooney.
And his wife, Amal, right?
Yeah.
And they say, we never fight. And I'm like,
Oh,
bullshit,
yeah.
whatever,
Come on.
whatever.
Everybody
But-
fights.
But
Everybody
everybody fights. If you don't fight, I don't believe you. No, but he said, we don't fight because we are not ironic to each other. And I think that's one of the things that we as women are so pros at being resentful and to be ironic, both men and women. When you say, oh, of course, because you don't do that, right? Because you don't have to work, blah, blah,
That's
blah.
sarcasm.
That's
too,
condescending.
right? Condescending. That's the
Condescending.
word.
Yes, yes, and that brings resentfulness
Yeah.
and resentment. And I think that happens in couples all the time, that you make the other person feel bad because it's not that it satisfies you, it just makes you feel better. It's a way of communicate sometimes, wrong way, but we do that.
It's so important to have good communication, especially when you have kids and they have busy schedules and you need to also be able to communicate to your partner. I'm tired. I need some time for myself. Can you take her to dance? Can you take her to practice? I need that time. And then at the end of the week, it's important to have time with your spouse. Like you try to do it on the evenings. Let's watch some Netflix and let's have a glass of wine or a bottle. And then when the Friday comes, like try to arrange a date night. That's very important. And then something that Fabian does, and it's super cute, like sometimes for our date nights, he actually goes downstairs and he'll be like, oh, by the way, I'll pick you up at 8. We live together, obviously, but the whole,
good.
I'll pick you up at 8, and then you get dressed up, and then you have your husband there opening the door. He still
Isa, you
does
have to
it.
date each other.
You have to date each other, and that's gonna make us feel also as women like loved, like cared for, cherished. Like everything that we do on a daily basis is not taken for granted.
Now, I love the dating scene. It's fantastic. It's great. But my question to you, too, is when you do this dating situation,
The date nights.
the date nights, what do you talk about? Do you go, oh, did you pay the bills? Did you did you do this? Because it happens.
Yeah, no.
Sometimes we lose that
talk about the kids.
Yeah, always.
We talk about the
always, which is a no-no as well. You lose the perspective of how you were when you really dated him.
Can I tell you,
Yeah.
for me personally, I think like we love to dance.
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
we both love to dance, which I love that about him. Because
But what
when
kind
you
of
dance,
music?
Lambada.
dame reggaeton,
Lambada horizontal.
dame reggaeton, dame whatever. Like I was telling her the other day, like last week, we went to a friend's birthday in La Calle Ocho.
Ooh.
Okay, and we went to a caleño club
cool.
that they dance salsa, and we had a couple of cocktails on us. Let me tell you that we danced like we hadn't danced in
so
years.
I
That's so
love
And
that.
for me, that was like, wow, this is like bringing us back to the time before kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
It brings that sexiness time, even though
Yes.
there's no sex involved here. It's just the motion of the dancing and connecting with each other on a different level than an everyday of laundry and bills
Yes.
and
And
kids.
that's why my question goes to that, because it's like you have to think what you did before.
Right.
You know, what gave that, passion into your relationship. And it's true, not necessarily to have sex, because remember when you dated, even your husband or boyfriends or whomever, the most important part of the date or the before having sex was the kiss.
Yeah.
The foreplay, the
yes,
touching,
the
yes.
flirting
Que te
with each other.
conquisten.
Yes,
Que te
Yes,
conquisten.
yes.
That's what it is.
And we leave that behind. We don't do that. How many times? I mean, when was the last time that you really, really, really kiss your husband?
And passionately.
For
I know what
real,
you're saying.
for real.
I know what you're saying.
You know, because sometimes
Well,
it's
we've
like,
been sick
you-
on and
"Ay,
off before
piquito."
because of the kids. So one of us is always sick. It's like, oh, don't kiss me.
Well, yeah, but
But
it's
yeah,
true.
no. You have to kiss, you have to touch, and the woman needs to also, and the man,
The man,
like
too.
feel, wanted, like you were wanted before having kids and the C sections and all that stuff.
Really hard.
So
I'm not
you
an
wanna feel
alcoholic,
that.
but by the way, for me,
helps you.
oh my God, absolutely. Like I have to have, and I don't want to say have to because I
5
sound
drinks?
like tampoco así, but like I have to have at least 2 drinks to control, because sometimes I'm so tense from the whole day that you tell me something and I'm still not like, and
yes.
after 2 drinks and I hear some music and I go, everything goes.
Oh my God, now we know her
and,
secret.
And now, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Ay, salud, cheers,
Yes,
guys. Cheers.
salud.
On
You
that
know,
note,
thank you. On
let's
that note,
cheers.
yeah,
Salud.
please. Okay, that's your secret. He likes to dance
And
too.
he likes to dance too,
And
which is awesome.
Then it goes to that. You have to find things in common.
Things that you used to do.
Yeah,
like that,
and
yeah.
the problem is that when you grow in a relationship, I'm 20 years, almost 20 years.
It's 20 already.
Almost 20, yeah. In 2000,
wow.
we met in 2003 and we married in 2004. So it's like forever. Anyway, I don't even remember my past, and it was extant.
I remember.
Okay, my past
I
was.
remember.
My past was my past. I don't even remember.
Oh, she's gonna bring out your dirty
No,
secrets.
yeah,
No.
We know her
Hey,
from
everything
college
started
before.
in wait, no. You met
In the
Gustavo?
show. Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. I remember she would always come to Puerto Rico with me and we would spend like time over there and everybody
was
loved
dangerous.
her.
Oh, Lord.
And everybody loved her and everybody was like, when is Roxana getting in? And I'm like, chill guys. So I
What
picked
do
her
you
up
mean,
at the
chill?
airport.
Guys, like it's like 20.
Guys, girls,
She was
everybody wanted to hang
lethal.
out
She
with
was a
her. No,
lethal
every-
weapon.
That's funny.
So I remember being like, oh, Roxy, we're going to go here, picking her up at the airport. And she says, I met someone. And I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Because I would come every year and we would really go everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. And then I remember at some point in the night, it was probably 11?
Yes,
Which
I
in
know.
Puerto Rico, that's like saying 3
You're
o'clock in
starting.
the afternoon,
You're
you're
starting,
starting.
yeah.
And she goes, oh, no, I'm going to go to the house and I'm going to call Gustavo. And I said, oh, I lost her.
That was it.
You
lost
knew.
her.
She
You
knew.
felt it.
She knew.
When she
knew.
said that, I'm like, that's
She
it.
knew. She
That's
knew.
it.
And exactly what happened, And it was, we met at the perfect time because I was like 29, and he was already like 36. So we were already, we lived our lives, and we met in the perfect timing. And, but it's very difficult.
And they're
because
both
it's not-
very sexy, by the
Oh, my
way. You
gosh,
have to
I love
follow
that
her on
word.
Instagram.
The thing is that doesn't exist the forever or ever, the happiness ever. What is the los cuentitos de Disney?
See, no happily ever after.
The happily ever
that doesn't
after, the
exist
soulmate.
whatsoever. Yeah, that doesn't exist. I mean, there could be 1 or 2 in 30, freaking million, but that doesn't really exist. So you have to work very hard. And I know everybody says, oh, it's like a little plant, a marriage. No, people grow, and sometimes you grow apart.
Yes.
You like this, he likes this. When you started, you both loved everything about each other. When you ask your husband or maybe yours, what do you love about me? Everything.
Yeah.
Ask him now.
Yeah.
You
Now it's
know?
like everything that he loves, he
But-
doesn't love anymore. It's like, wait, what happened?
It's
But
like
it's
what
the
you love the
same.
most now it's bothering
Yes.
you. But that happens
Yes.
both ways.
Yeah.
Of course,
Of
of course. That's why sometimes you have to find that what unified or make that marriage stronger.
Going back to
And
that,
yes,
to
the
what
roots.
made us fall in love
And
with
even
each other.
maybe it's not the same thing because you both change. So it's very hard to find that point, and that's why there's so many relationships that they don't work. Obviously, you get married to last forever, to do the Disney story, but it doesn't happen that way.
Yeah.
So,
Talking about sacrificing, on Mother's Day,
oh
Uh-oh.
gosh.
what would you want from? What's a perfect Mother's Day for you?
Okay.
Ay,
Monica.
que me dejen en paz.
See, that's what it is.
Like
Why?
my kids leave me alone, go with daddy, and let me just watch Netflix for a little bit because I never get the chance to do it. You know,
true.
pamper me,
Yes.
bring me a glass of wine, bring me I don't know my food to like serve me. Like
Wine is a big key here, isn't it?
Yes.
In all of
Yes.
us. It's terrible, but it's
it
true.
is, it is.
So
yeah.
for Mother's Day last year, I went to Disney.
No, why?
It was all about Luna.
Why?
It's always all about her, and that's something that I need to work on.
Okay, but it's good that you notice.
And one thing that, and we actually do it, the girls' night out, the girls' happy hour. Let's go have lunch. That is so important. Like you have to reconnect with your girlfriends.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to do that because it cannot be all your husband and the kids. What about like you? And girls, we need girls. I'm all about girl friendships.
Yeah, but you know what is important there is trust. Because not everybody lets their wife or their husband to go on a night out with a girlfriend or the boyfriend. It's
I
true.
know. Thankfully, I don't have that problem.
No.
I don't either. I
But
don't
it
either.
happens.
But
We know
most-
people that
of
do.
course, they don't allow it. They don't let him. Like if it was something that it will ruin the marriage, and it's the opposite. Like for example, in my case, I have one trip a year that is the whole family.
Oh, I always,
like 10,
I've always
12.
wanted to do what she
we
does.
gotta do that
We gotta
trip.
do
We gotta do
that
that
one.
trip. And then I have another one that is only the four of us. Then I have another one. Thank God we can do certain trips, even if it's Orlando. It doesn't matter. Even if it's the Keys. I'm not talking about Thailand. Okay, if you can do Thailand, good for you. Then another one that is only the two of us, and there is another one that I go with my friends. So, and he loves motorcycles. He loves.
That's a lot of
to
trips in a
race.
year,
Yes,
Roxy.
that's what I'm saying.
I wanna be
Don't
you.
say, oh, this bitch, she travels so much. No. You can go little trips. You
Yeah.
can do
Local getaways.
Yes.
Local
you know?
getaways,
Local
yeah.
We
getaways.
have some.
Staycation.
Yes, staycation. You can even go wherever. Florida is, we don't have any mountains, but at least we have like the trash little mountains that we can have and go.
Let's go pick up trash.
Whatever it is, even if it's Key Largo,
Yeah.
there's certain things that you have to do and you have to allow yourself to do. Of course, you gotta allow him to do it as well.
Yes.
You
So
gotta be
that's where the
fair.
whole trusting comes
Yes,
in.
that's
And
why I start with that,
It's
yes.
it's funny that you say that because Fabian travels a lot for work, and at
Yes.
times we fell in love over the phone. Because I remember I've known him for a while, but when we
Wow.
reconnected,
Can I say something before you say anything? I knew them as a couple in Giovanna's baby shower.
where you were wearing the
15
4-inch
years ago.
heels.
Yes, the 4-inch heels with the magician and all that, and the mariachis. But you guys knew each other back
Yeah,
then.
he came with me, but as a friend, and that was in 2000.
Or so you said he was a friend.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
and
he
everybody was like,
told
oh,
us.
come on.
He's just a friend.
2007, because Giovanna
So that was
born
2007.
2006, perhaps.
Pero
She
tú
was born 2000.
sabías. You said, este aquí.
I'm like, nobody brings no one
Yeah.
to a baby shower, knowing her.
just because. Yeah. Oh, I'm just bringing
We
this guy.
didn't get like together till 2013.
Holy Jesus.
That
What did you
happens.
do in between?
We were
Friends?
friends. He had his relationship.
I wish I could
had
see his
mine.
face.
We were
Where
just
is he?
I don't know. He's hiding over there.
He doesn't.
he's shooting this podcast, but he and then earlier we were like, oh, so you heard everything? What do you think? Oh no, I was just listening to music. So he doesn't know what we're talking about.
But so 2013 was the time you got together for real. Like,
Yes, that's when it was. That's when it was for real. When we're like, okay, let's make this happen. And I don't know how we started talking about.
no, because
it.
we're talking about that he travels a lot.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And,
So
oh
he
gosh, I never remember
gosh,
anything. I
this
can't
one-
believe it.
Trust is so important. And let's say like he's doing a music video and there's a girl involved. I'm not saying that it's been easy. He doesn't do it anymore. But it's like it's about trusting him. And that's one thing we've always trusted each other. And when he goes away, for some reason, what I was saying, when we like got back together, like as we said, okay,
couple?
we're gonna date as a couple, he went to Russia. He went to Russia for I don't know how
and the
long.
Russian girls.
So we were.
stop
They
it.
were looking for somebody to bring him back.
So he
to
was.
the
We
States.
would be talking, and he was in Russia, and then came back, and we weren't able to see each other. And then he came back, and I couldn't understand him because I was like,
Wait, how long did he go for?
I don't remember. It was weeks, but
Okay.
that's how. And I asked him, "How do you fall in love? Like when was it?" And we both say it was like a 2-hour conversation on the phone. He was back from Russia, so that phone bill wasn't that high. And but anyway, he travels a lot, and when he's away, that we're on the phone and talking and doing FaceTime. He just came back a couple of days ago. It kind of unites us
Because you miss each other.
we miss each other. When we talk, it's quality conversations because he'll be like, okay, I only have 10 minutes, but it's 10 minutes focused on us. And then at the same time, I'm home and I'm taking care of myself because honestly, I'll cook something for Luna. I'll do whatever. I'll eat whatever she left on the plate, which I know it's not good. But I don't have to be so worried about, okay, what
Taking
am I
care of somebody
taking
else.
care of him. So when he's away, I actually take more care of myself.
Now this doesn't sound good at all.
I know.
No, I'm kidding, but you know, it's
Because you should always take care of yourself, Darlene.
I know.
Uh-oh, therapy session.
no. Let's open up.
Okay, no. I try to do it when he's here.
Thank
Because
you,
like
thank
I
you,
said,
thank
I
you.
cannot. I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, oh my God. And I asked him the other day, you didn't tell me that I look crazy because I love you anyway.
Oh, that's
But you
but
can't
brownie
fall.
I
on
don't
that.
believe him. I don't believe him.
Yeah.
Talking about that is crazy because I don't know. It's just relationships. Like I don't know how you met your husband, and I don't know how you keep it going, Monica. But everybody has to work on it.
No,
Did you have
absolutely.
no problems? I'm not going to say problems. Did you have doubts ever?
Did because he's 5 years younger than me. So,
So
because
what?
no, because in my
She's a
mind,
puma.
She's a
puma.
Django.
No, I'm a puma,
Not
right?
a cougar, a puma.
Puma.
We're
So
both
when I-
pumas.
We're both pumas. So when I met him, in my mind was like, oh no, he's super cute. I'm attracted, whatever. But he's just a kid. Like I'm not. Como que the doubt was in my mind if I was gonna be too mature, if I was gonna be too whatever. You know what I mean? And because men tend to sometimes be more immature, regardless.
True.
Even if they're older than you. True. You know,
Yes.
because us women are more in our heads, more analytical, lo que sea. And there was like little doubts there, but we had this chemistry going, and that chemistry is what kept us going, for many, many years, because it's been 14 years.
Wow.
It's been like
Yeah.
it's about 14 years. It's been like since 2009. So how many years is that?
Yeah, well, and
2009.
I think that's amazing. It's just very hard, and I know like relationships now they don't last.
Yeah.
And it's sad, but it's true. We've been changing our kids, their mentality. You guys have little kids, so
Yeah.
you know that technology, iPads, cell phones are such a big
I'm so
part of
guilty.
it. We are. We all
Super
are. I'm
guilty.
sorry. I mean, it's the truth. How many times we went out outside? I mean, like out for dinner, and my kid was 1 year, and I'm like, I'm gonna have a peaceful dinner. I'm gonna give her
See,
the
that's
iPad.
a low. Give him.
That,
Yes.
I,
yes.
That I agree, but then that's perfect for me. 1 hour, it's perfect. But then all day, just to get rid of your kid, you're doing something wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's got to be certain limits to it. And I mean, I did the same. I did the same. I want some peace. I want some peace. And the good thing in my case also because they play with each other, they fought with each other, they did their thing, but. And my mom, that had so much to do, she took care. My sister had 2 boys, and I had 2 girls, and they were like 1, 2, 3, 4.
And your mom took care of all of them?
She's
Well,
great.
yeah, when we work, she did. And I think that's so important.
She still does. She
Yes,
still
she still does. Now
She
they're
cut my hair yesterday,
I
and we
know
were
that.
actually talking about that.
She
She's
did my
like,
hair
"Yeah,
too.
I gotta cook for the."
and life passes by, and your kids are gonna go, and everybody's growing. They're gonna leave. You're getting older. Now you have to think what to expect of your relationship and of
Dios
you.
mío, I'm gonna be like 60 by the time my
No,
kids leave.
this happens. This
But
happens a lot.
true.
That I've heard that when the kids go to college, the parents look at each other and they don't know each other.
Emptiness.
When there's the emptiness, and a lot of couples, they look at each other and it's like, wow, we
There's no
spent
conversation.
so much time on the kids. Now they're out, they're gone, they're in college, and what do we have left? And there's so many couples that they end up separating, divorcing after the kids leave because the only thing that was holding them
Together.
together
Was the kids.
And that's what
kids.
we talked
And-
about. You have
yeah.
date nights now that they're younger, and you talk about
Yeah.
your kids. And you talk, so you need to focus on what makes your relationship grow, how this relationship can go on, the 2 of you, and make them stronger. It's very hard, and we live in a situation now that we're becoming very selfish and very, like the victim. We
Yeah.
become victims, men and women. Okay, it's incredible, but we need to change our minds and
Yeah.
focus.
Not victimizing the situation, but it's because it's actually happening when we're so tired because
We
we're not
are.
only trying to keep the kids on a schedule, having them eat the right things, we're trying also to make a career, to do our hobbies. I mean, it's overwhelming and we're tired. So in those situations, and then your husband comes and he wants to do funky,
The
funky.
coochie-coochie.
And a lot of times men, they just want to go straight to the point.
No, and you don't want
To
that.
the big O. And we need, since we're tired, then at least give us the foreplay is very important. Like
Very,
caress us, tell us how
very.
beautiful
Now,
we look.
Wash
even
the
if we don't.
dishes,
But
do
why-
the chores.
That too. That's part of. Is that foreplay? Washing the dishes and putting the kids to bed?
you,
That's
naked,
laundry
foreplay.
folded,
naked,
you
naked. But why you have to find the time? I know it's awful to
Yeah.
program and think about it, but you
It's
do.
like schedule. You have to pencil it in.
You have to.
Yeah.
It's like an appointment. I'm telling you, I feel so bad sometimes,
It
but I
sucks.
tell Benjamin sometimes, I'm like, look, you get home late. I work from home 2 to 3 days out of the week. Sometimes I'm out. When I'm out, I come back late. When I'm here, I have Noah. When you get home, it's 8 o'clock. Then you want to go into the garage and do, work out. And then I'm like still trying to feed the kids.
Why he doesn't work you out at that time?
You see, bueno,
Right,
pero-
there
and then
you
he's like,
go.
oh, yeah,
Switch the workout to the bedroom.
You want to know our fault?
go join him, okay?
Look at our fault. My kid is already 5 and the other one's 2. They will not go. Our fault. Our
Uh-huh.
fault. Not
I
both
know
of
where
us.
you're
God, you
going.
are so-
Our fault.
At what time do they go to sleep?
No,
No,
espera.
where
No,
they go to
where
sleep?
do they go to sleep? Because here's the thing.
On your bed. No.
Don't do that.
Yes. So hold on. We got them so used. The older one now will go to their room. They'll both sleep together because they don't want to be apart. The 2-year-old and the 5-year-old. So I'll say, okay, who's gonna put him to sleep? He's like, okay, I'll go lay with them. What happens? He falls asleep, and I say, oh my God, the house is quiet.
Yeah.
I get to do something for myself. Let me watch a little episode of Netflix that I didn't get to do, or let me do something for work that I'm gonna be able to take advantage
let
of.
me call
and I
darling.
left him there. I leave him there sleeping, and I go to sleep. Forget
no,
about
I
it.
know. That reminds me. My husband fell asleep on the sofa, and I let him there.
Yeah.
It's true. It doesn't happen every day, but it's
tried to
true.
wake you up one time,
It's true.
you didn't,
No,
so
no,
the bed
no.
goes
And then,
myself.
and the problem, and this is mine, okay? We both snore. So who falls asleep first is the winner, because then
my
you don't
God.
hear the other one. But so
Yes.
many things, and we have to work on them. It's crazy, but it's true. You're like, oh, thank God they're all sleeping. I'm out.
Yeah.
You know?
And he's like, oh, pero no me despertaste. I'm like, I did. I tried like 3 times, but you didn't wake up. And he's like, yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
So, it's...
She tried this way.
She did. She's like, psst, 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 psst. voice. She's like, la, 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 la,
You know
la,
what's
la,
funny?
la, la,
You know
la.
what's funny? What he did to me one night, and I'm like, you're such a liar. One day I went to put them to sleep, and he goes, okay, voy a hacer ejercicio media hora. You know, I'm gonna work out. Okay, you go. I go, okay, I'm gonna go lay down. I lay down, and both of them my kids want to sandwich me in. Okay, they want to feel me next to them. So then when I have to get up, I'm like, shit, I'm not gonna get up because I'm gonna wake them up. And I was kind of falling asleep. He comes into the room, he looks, and he goes back and takes a shower. And the next day he says, but I tried to wake you up. I said, no, you're a liar. Because I was awake and you just came in, looked, and you're like, screw it, I'm gonna leave her there.
But you do the
Same
same.
thing.
You do the
Same
same.
thing.
You
So-
can't even get mad.
Yes,
You
yeah.
know?
It
That
is what
has
it
to be
is.
very common.
Oh my God, I'm
happens to
sure.
most, yeah.
Everybody's tired. They don't, you know, you don't want to, but then when you do, it's great.
Yes,
You
it's
know,
true.
it's like
true.
exercising. You don't want to, and then when you finish, you're like, yes,
I did it.
and I love it, and
I
I'm gonna do
released
it,
all
and
the-
tomorrow I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so hold on. Here's the big question,
Okay.
right? So, I mean, obviously, we're not Wonder Woman. As much as we want to be Wonder Woman,
We're not.
We're
We're not.
not. We're human. We have all these emotions. We go through our ups. We go through our downs. But then, what's the answer? Like, what is the
Okay.
answer?
You know,
How do we
well,
bring that
we keep
woman
up?
back?
Okay, I got a good one.
We're throwing
I know.
ideas.
I
Let's
got a
go
good
straight.
one, and I know I'm known for the red light. Okay, you're gonna see
The
you-
red light?
Yeah.
That means like the X, like stop.
No,
don't
no,
say
no,
anything,
no. I have a lamp
Okay.
in my bedroom
okay.
that has a red.
Are we bringing toys now?
No, because then there's men that they don't like it, or women that get used to it with the divertos. You know what I'm saying? No, let's not go there. But I have a red light, and we women sometimes we feel like a little unsure about our bodies. It
Unsure,
happens.
yeah.
It
Especially
happens.
after
You're
giving
like,
birth.
oh my God, he's gonna look at my scar or my cellulite, or my things are going all over the place. Everybody's things are going all over the place at 40.
And no, wait a second. And after giving birth, everything is going everywhere.
all over,
you know?
everywhere. No,
He saw
they-
me when they did the C-section. Like,
You
he tells me,
see?
I saw everything.
I
I saw
know.
your abs. I'm like, oh, I have
know.
abs.
I know.
I have abs.
My husband
And
was
he's
like, they cut in the first layer, they cut in the second,
And
by
you're
the
like,
third, I'm like,
"Shut
shut up!
Shut up, yeah.
So
they've
anyway,
seen us at our worst.
I have this red light that when I feel like, because we have those days that we want to and we fantasize.
Yeah.
Even though.
And vice versa.
Even though sometimes we don't act on it, we do fantasize.
We do fantasize, and we're like, oh, I'm gonna get home and I'm gonna do the salto del tigre. Oh, I'm gonna
El
do
salto
the
del tigre,
Sí,
tell me, what is
claro,
that?
Salto del
You
tigre.
jump from the chandelier, you know what I'm saying, or el truck, vice versa, whatever you have in mind. But then you're like, you prepare yourself, and I turn on my red light, and when my red light is on, he knows that night is happening.
you put
have
music
you heard
on?
the song
Yeah, we
from
do.
TLC, Red Light Special?
Ooh, I like
song?
that. Yeah, I like that song.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to sing that.
No, yeah, we do the Alexa or the Siri, whatever,
Sexy music,
No,
Alexa.
yeah, like the sensual piano music, and ta 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 ta, But then again, every time that we do it, the kids are like, oh, they put the piano music.
Oh my
No,
God.
like, no. Oh,
I'm kidding.
They
but
bang
I'm
the door,
sure.
they lock the door with that, and they're like, we're not hearing you.
I'm like, shit, the red light is on. Let's get out of here. I don't know if that happens. I hope not.
wait, that's a good idea. Like,
But you have to
put like
have.
a sign
Yes.
there.
Remember that song in Spanish? There's a song that is very funny because they had to sleep separate, and there was then one of them. They go, "How do you do if you want to have your intimacy?" And la canción es "Pitaste." Remember?
Ay, que sí pitaste, Sergio Vargas.
That's right.
Pitaste.
Y si no pita,
my
pito
God.
yo. But you have to show some kind of interest, and in both ways. You know what I mean? He could have his light on. You can have the light on. There's got to be some kind of inner communication that you can let him know that you want it. And
Without having to verbally
Say it.
Verbalize
say
it.
it.
That
You don't
is
wanna say
actually
it.
super cute.
Yes.
That's a great idea
Yes.
for our listeners, for our
good.
viewers.
And let
Like,
me tell you something.
That's
I'm
a great
And
idea.
you look great.
I'm
because-
sorry to interrupt you, but that's actually a good way because you know what happens
Yeah.
too when you say I'm gonna schedule it and hello, you know that
No.
today is the day. Let's
No.
put. I'll meet you
my
at 2.
God,
It
girl,
becomes so
when
robotic.
you're trying to have babies
No. That is
too,
not.
that is so like following a schedule. That's
like a
turn-off, because
gynecologist
everything is
appointment.
forced.
No
Yes.
way.
Yeah.
No way. Open your legs. Let's see what's happening.
No fluye, no fluye.
No fluye.
No fluye
No
nada.
fluye nada. So
Está todo muy seco. Everything's so
Literally very dry.
very dry.
the ambience is dry. Anyway, the point is you gotta have a little thing, you know? You don't have a red bulb, you know, get un pañuelito rojo, something that it shows that you are ready and you want it and you want him. And I think that
Play
that's
a
because
song.
we as women, we want them to want us,
Yeah.
but they do the same. They want to feel that you know,
them.
desire him. Yes, yeah. And we don't do that. Unfortunately, I don't do that.
Yeah,
you
me
know,
neither.
Yeah.
I thank you. I thank
No,
you that you
oh
don't
my
do that. I
God.
don't feel
Of
bad
course
now.
not. No. We're
like-
all humans. We all been.
Yeah.
I mean, my marriage has been so many years, and it's been roller coaster. Sometimes I look at him and I'm like, oh my God, I wanna. Oh, and then I look at him and I'm like, oh my God, no way. And I'm sure he feels the same way, but not in the look, which is different for women and
No,
men.
it's-
It's something that I did, or if I wreck his car, like I did not long ago, to him it's a turn off. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I don't know. It's just it's very different, and we have to think not necessarily how he thinks, but we need to put ourselves in their shoes. Yeah.
And we need to put ourselves first too.
Yeah,
Because if we don't feel sensual, sexy, like pretty, it's gonna be hard whatever comes after that. Like
Yeah.
it's hard to be you wanna be seen sexy and sensual by your husband, but if you don't feel it inside,
No, it's hard
It's
to
not
be that
gonna
con
happen.
con un moño.
So-
you haven't brushed your teeth. You're wondering how sexy are you gonna feel?
I know.
let's talk about like the little things we can do. Put your sexy underwear on that day. Take a good shower. Wash your hair.
Care
put
of
some
yourself. Moisturize always. And one
Moisturize.
thing that for
That's
sure,
true.
I always say, you gotta feel healthy from inside out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need to have your water. You need to put. You know, I know it's very hard to start a new habit, but you need to start those habits.
and work out. Even you don't need to join a gym. If you go on YouTube, there's so many workout. You know, different
Pick
workouts
up your
that you can
toddler
do.
with a new effort.
Yeah, there you go.
30 repetitions. 30
And
repetitions.
squats for the glutes.
Yes,
For the glutes, you know?
Yeah.
And even though, like for example, what I do, and it's not a commercial to Peloton, but Peloton, I don't listen to
I
the
got my
teachers. I'm
Peloton.
sorry. I know, I love it. I love it. You know, I
have
don't
to
listen.
buy one now.
I don't. Yeah, you should. But I don't listen to the trainers.
The trainers.
I love you guys. You're great. I put them on, but I see my favorite Netflix or my favorite movie, and I go sometimes for an
Really?
hour, and you don't realize
Because you
it.
forget.
Wow.
But
You
you're
forgot,
paying
you're
attention
doing
on
it.
what you have to do. You're not going like 1 mile an hour either. You do the effort, but at the same time, you're so into the things that you're like,
See, because when you look at the clock and you have looking
I
at
hate the clock.
5 minutes of this, oh my God, it's only a
Yes.
minute, and you keep
Yeah.
watching the time. You
they're gonna
know?
hate me. They're gonna hate me. But that's another tip. Follow me for more tips.
I love something about Peloton. Like you can ride in different countries.
Yeah, true.
Because that's one thing.
Yeah.
We love to travel.
I
We love to
know.
travel. That's something that we don't get to do.
Maybe you could ride
'Cause
Peloton
now
with
you have
Fabian
to
on the
pay
bike
for
together.
in
Maybe
the
there's a
back.
way of like,
Oh.
you know, oh.
Take the seat out.
Maybe you find a way to do it together. I don't know. Peloton, look, there's ¿cómo se dice? There's oh my God, I
What,
just lost
what?
train of
A
thought.
couple-
Say it in
a
German.
couple
Say
teams.
it.
There's German, forget it. You got me there. I forgot what I was going to say.
Don't worry. Salud again.
Salud,
Just
yes.
retomemos.
Let's do- yeah, I've been-
Retomemos.
This is great. So
I don't know any other questions that I would not be able to solve or answer, but
Well, we wanna
give-
pick
you
your
know
we're
that
gonna have a good time.
we could be talking here for hours and
Yes,
hours,
we
but
can.
you do have to go to the radio station. And first, we're gonna be playing a game later. That's probably gonna be in another episode.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
What, the shot game?
But so let's do a yeah. She wants to take shots at what?
What time is it? It's
Don't
like 8
even
in the
say.
morning.
Yeah, look who's talking. What's the game? What's the game?
No, but first let's do like a brief summary of things that we as women should be doing in order to keep like that the sexy woman
In you.
in
huh?
you.
The woman in you. Yeah.
To reconnect
goddess
with
in
that.
you.
Yes,
I
to
know,
reconnect.
and it sounds so crazy.
So-
But now we have so many tools.
Go to
do
the
it.
salon, get your.
And
That's,
even if you can't afford the salon, because sometimes it happens, you know. Not everybody can afford in time or money.
take 30 minutes to blow dry your hair.
Yes.
Moisturize, like you said, grab some and essentially moisturize
moisturize.
yourself.
I love
Hey, essential
I love
oils.
that. I love-
That's actually that's one routine I do that always makes me feel like, oh. And it's when you take the shower, you exfoliate, you put your moisturizers, your all the lotions. I get my essential oils and
And
I
you
put
love
them on me.
yourself.
And then like you're all shaved. Girls, when you
Shave.
shave, you need
Or
to
do
shave.
the
When
laser.
you
Do the
shave, trust me,
laser.
that's gonna make you feel better. Or do the
Do the
laser.
laser and you forget about it.
Yeah, and then you do all of that, and then you put all. You gotta smell good, and not for
Yes.
him, not for.
It's
what-
for you.
It's for you.
It's for
I
you.
do. I
So used to being moms that they don't know what to do when they're not moms, and so another advice for these women, like find something that you want to do, find a hobby, get together with your girlfriends. Don't forget who you were before you were a mom.
There's so many tips, like before you were a couple, before you were a mom, you're still a woman and you need to. There's a few things in my case that I want to advise. Always take care of your skin. That's the only one you have. Okay, and it's gonna last you until you take care of them. One of the things that I always recommend is like vitamin C. You can get them anywhere, and sunscreen.
Oh, boy,
yes.
that's a big one.
Sunscreen.
Even if we're here in the light, even
Yeah.
if you're
Yeah.
here with your phone, everything damages your skin. And I'm the one that I can speak about it because when I was like 19, 20, 21, I just get sun with no protection whatsoever. And then when you get older, you get, like spots that I had to take with laser.
Oh my God, I was just talking about that
That's
today.
crazy. Monica was just talking
and not
about
only that,
earlier.
when you get pregnant, you have spots
Yeah.
in your face
That come out, yeah.
And for you as a woman, it's so delicate and it's so unattractive for you because your husband doesn't really care. But for you to see yourself in the mirror and you're like, oh my gosh, what's going on? What's happening? How can I get rid of it? So sunscreen is number one. And you need to, even if you don't put makeup on, take the dirt out, clean your
Yes.
face, put moisturizer. Love yourself.
Yes.
And it doesn't have to be very expensive things.
That's
you know?
beautiful. Love
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Also, skin. And then go get your yearly checkups, your blood tests.
Every
Go to the
year.
OBGYN, get your pap smear. Like, get checked. You want to be healthy for yourself, to be there for your kids, to be able to run around till you're 80, 90.
And
Well,
let
I
me
don't know
tell you,
about that
there's
one, but
nothing worse than,
exercise,
than
what
to
we were talking
be
about.
old and to have health problems. That
Yeah.
is, because you can't expect either for your kids to take care of you or anybody
Yeah.
to take care of you, unfortunately. You raise them to be independent. You raise them to be people and to live their lives. So you need to take care of yourself.
Oh, wait, and I have another tip I'm just going to throw in
Please,
there.
Please.
Yeah.
And then when you're by yourself, you put some reggaeton music and you dance the reggaeton like that by yourself in your underwear and you just feel yourself. So when your
Yes.
husband gets home, you know what I mean?
Dance,
What do you think?
dance,
Dance.
sing out
Even if you don't
loud,
have any
dance.
rhythm, just do it. You know what I mean? Like just
I
dance and love
it.
yourself.
I feel like we should dance in a little bit.
Yes.
Also, don't be afraid of asking for help. Your in-laws, your parents, if you have them around, your siblings, ask for help. Be like, you know what? I need 3 hours for myself.
Yes.
Can
You're
you
not a
stay with the
superhero.
kids? And thank God we get to do that. We have our parents that help and all that. We're very blessed.
We are, but if you don't, you always have friends, and you
Yeah.
always have someone
Yeah.
to help you out. Because there's so many people that come that they don't have their families like in our countries.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
don't have
that's
their
true.
their mothers. They don't have their mothers-in-law. They don't have the sisters, the aunts. So think who your family is. Your friends become
Yeah.
your family.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
make that happen.
And if at any point you feel that you're extremely overwhelmed, you don't want to talk about your problems in your relationship or with yourself or your insecurities with your sister or therapy. I'm such a strong believer in getting therapy. I believe in it 100%, and that's something that you can also do. Like
Even
you
coaching, because now
Coaching,
coaching is a
life
big
coaching,
thing, not
yes.
therapy, because everybody thinks, oh, therapy, am I crazy? No, it has
No,
nothing
you
to
don't
do
We
with
are
that.
crazy.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, we are.
but
you know what I mean?
it's just somebody to
Coaching.
talk to.
And
yeah.
I think that's one of the things that we women do is to have our little therapy with friends.
Oh, yeah.
And that's men should do that, but they don't. They do that playing golf or racing or buying their car, or they have other goats, you know.
We need
We
those.
need our friends. We need our little wine.
It's because we need to be heard.
Yes.
We are people that need to talk. That's what I say. The difference between men and women is that men sometimes they don't want to talk.
Yeah.
They don't want to
Or
talk.
they
We
don't
want
wanna
to
talk
talk
about the
all
same
day
things.
long. This
Yeah.
is therapy session
Yeah.
right here. It's like an hour of talking and talking. It's like, oh, I relieved everything. I come out of here with some sort of sense of like, no sé, like I just feel good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because we all go through so many similar situations.
There's so many memes, and they're sitting in the bed, and the woman is like, "Oh, what is he thinking about? You know, he probably doesn't love me anymore. Oh my
Yeah.
God, he's probably." And the guy's like, tomorrow I'm just gonna wash my car. You know,
What am I gonna eat for
Yeah,
breakfast
yeah,
tomorrow?
yeah.
You know?
Oh, I got gas.
Yeah.
We
get into
I
our
wonder if she
heads.
smells what I just did. You know what I mean? I hope she doesn't realize.
Let me
like,
not
you know?
move. Let me not move.
We get into our heads because that's another
we
thing.
drama.
Yes,
peliculeras.
we make la película. Nos hacemos esta película.
Although we would be
have
so
this
famous if we
movie.
really made movies, huh?
Oh
Because
gosh,
my God, my mind could
Tarantino
go.
would be our partner.
I know if he can get in every like that movie, What Women Want
Oh,
with Mel
what a
Gibson.
wonderful film.
Yes, that's a great movie. But yeah, we need to work on our physical, on
And
our
just loving
mental
ourselves.
health.
It goes back down to that.
Loving ourselves.
Yes, and realize what we're missing and what our, because part of our being, it's our childhood. And sometimes we think we're over it, and it's not true. So we need to really focus on what we wear, who we wear, what we are now, and what we're gonna become, you know, and what we give into our kids. So think about it. It's not to be depressed or, oh, I had the awful childhood.
Yeah.
No, we all had bad situations, you know. Some people are, you know, great. They never had any bad experiences. Good for them. But most of us, we had difficult relationships. We had difficult childhoods. We had difficult our problems in our lives, and we have to get over it. We have to. We need to treat, you know, ourselves. We need to talk about it. We need to let it out. We need our feelings to be known, and it's a relief.
It's basically, and that's another topic for another day,
Oh
but that's
my.
basically, you know, looking at your patterns, because I believe that there's
Yes,
patterns, and those
yes.
patterns affect you. And whether you had your parents maybe weren't not such a good relationship, you carry those patterns throughout life. So
Totally.
it's a matter of being conscious, you know. But that's another
Yeah.
complete
I know
subject.
that's 2 more hours.
And this is, you know, that by doing this, we're giving our kids also the best gift ever, you know?
Yeah.
Because they're seeing how we're taking care of ourselves. They imitate our behaviors. They see, you know, we're here talking about, our
Yes.
parents this, our parents that. They're going to be doing the same thing.
We are the
Yeah.
sample.
And we have daughters. But it's they need to see, oh yeah, mama takes care of herself, and look at her, and she looks beautiful. The
She's
same thing, the
healthy.
boys can see that too, and they need to see that because in the long run, they're gonna
We
be
are
doing the same
the
thing. Yeah,
examples for them, you know, and you can say anything, but most of the things that you can do is based on your actions.
Yeah.
What you do is what they see, and you see it with time. That's why, you know,
So what you do is either gonna fuck them up or it's gonna keep them
most
good.
of the time we fuck them up.
Yeah.
But be responsible for it.
Yeah.
All right, so
Anyways.
Roxy,
Oh my!
let's
I don't
talk-
even know how long we've been
I
talking.
know.
Like 3 hours.
We're gonna wrap up because if not, you're gonna be late on the station.
Yeah.
Talk about, you know, she has a chat. Everybody, it's called El Chat.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit before you go about El Chat, and we're gonna put a link so people can go and hear you.
It's
we
super
appreciate
fun.
it.
It's
Yes.
fun.
It is fun. We're four women from all over. One is Colombian, the other is Dominican, the other is Mexican, and I am Argentinian. And we are 40 and up. So everybody talks about there's always our hashtag is me pasó a mí, you know what I mean? Like everything happens to us. It's crazy. A mí me pasó. So it's called elchat.podcast, and you can definitely follow us. But I think the most important is what you guys do here. You know, you focus not only in the mom, you know, but in the woman. And it's so important to talk about it and to feel heard. And one of the things that we do, and you guys do as well, is that to make them feel that they're not alone. That everything that you go through, even if it's shitty, even if it's terrible, we've been through it, or you've been through it, or your friend been through
Yeah.
it. And you have help. You have help. Even if people that we don't know, they can answer to you and they could be with you, in that matter.
It's
I
connecting.
know, it's connecting.
Yes,
And then, and
correct.
on that note, if you want to follow us on Instagram, we're
Yeah.
mamas.playground. Roxy, your Instagram.
Roxana Garcia TV.
So
Follow
yeah,
us.
follow
Follow
us,
us.
comment,
Subscribe
give
to
Well,
us.
not to the bathroom because tonight I'm turning the red light on.
Anyway.
Thank you so,
Yes.
so,
Thank
so,
you so much for
We
having
love you.
us.
Oh my
God.
goodness, I love you guys
Yes,
and
Thank you so much.
Keep
and
doing this. Keep doing this. It helps, a lot of people. Not only women, because men will listen to it too, and
Yeah.
then
Get
they
some
will find
pointers.
This
out.
goes for men too
Pointers.
in many
They'll
ways.
find out what
too.
we think,
Yeah.
which is from Venus or Uranus. We're
Yeah.
from Uranus. Okay.
Okay, so everybody put that red light on tonight.
That's right,
It's
baby.
on.
Definitely.
Love you guys and see you next time at the playground.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Let's go play. Salud.
Salud, salud. Let's go play.